With just a few minutes a day, consistently, I will show you some techniques that you do not need to have Botox, you don't need to do collagen injection or plastic surgery. So stay tuned until the end because I have so much information to share with you. So let's get started right now. My name is Maria from Vancouver, Canada, and my company is Aglaia Esthetics Online. I teach aesthetics online. I want to thank the individuals that have been following me. They have subscribed, they ask a lot of questions. So within a couple of days, I try to answer everyone. If I don't, please be patient with me. For the people that have not subscribed yet, or the people that are just coming around, I hope that you will enjoy my tutorials. My tutorials are very educational. If I do not know the information, I will research it for you. And if I don't have the experience, I will tell you right away. Did you miss my live webinar? Well, if you did, no worries, I have a link below. This webinar is about biohacking, nutrigenomics, NRF2 activation. This is a new technology that when you take these things, these supplementations, it will rejuvenate your body. And in turn, guess what? It shows. And I will not talk about it unless I believed in it. I need to have the experience to be able to do these tutorials. I will not do tutorials that I don't have the experience on. So for the people that do not know me, hopefully you will subscribe and to be part of this community. So, as I mentioned, if you are consistent, you do not need to have Botox and collagen injections. My tutorial today, it's about this area, how to take care of the little lines and the Marionette lines, the one that come down. Do follow these steps, and I promise you that if you do it consistently, you don't need to do those things. We know how you look. You know, the people that do the collagen injection and the Botox, they look synthetic. They don't look natural. I want to look alive and natural. And if I get a few little wrinkles, that's okay. So let's get started here. These exercises work on epidermis, dermis, hypodermis, and the muscles. Because I work and I teach that you need to do a synergy, a hybrid of different things, because we're not made only of skin or only of muscle. We are a combination of tissue, bones, muscle, and all that. So you need to do all of them, not only one. Also, it is very important that you do not do only the exercise on one area, but you do the whole routine first. And I have here one of my original routine that you start from the forehead and you work all your way down to your neck and décolleté. These tutorials is that if you have additional problems, so you add this to the routine. Make sense? Okay. The skin on the lips are different, and to have a healthy, glowing, voluptuous lips, it takes a little bit of commitment. And this is what I want to show you. The skin on the lips is very different from the skin on the face. It has almost no sebaceous glands, sweat glands. So you need to take care of this area by proper eating and also by applying lubrication on the lips. And that's what I want to talk to you about. If you don't, you will get chapped lips, dry lips, cracked lips. And we know that if somebody is dehydrated, it will show right onto the lips. When you need to drink water, you are already dehydrated. So you need to get into the habit of drinking consistently without feeling thirsty. So if you feel thirsty, you are dehydrated. If you are dehydrated, it will show on your lips. Additionally, you need to be aware that certain months of the year, like summer, we have sun exposure, so protect your lips. In the winter, we have cold weather and also wind that will cause additional dryness. And if we lick our lips, the saliva, the enzyme in the saliva will cause additional dehydration. And also be very careful about toothpaste, because if the toothpaste has a lot of chemicals like the sodium sulfate, that will cause additional damage. I have a link below of a very good toothpaste, so just look at that one too. So let's start now with the different techniques and exercises that you can do to prevent the wrinkles, well, slow down, and also the marionette lines. So let's get started. So as we get older, the lips will start losing collagen. So how can we stimulate collagen? And what are the products that you can use on the outside? So one of the things that you can do is use vitamin E, vitamin A, skincare. Now some people say, well, take a little vitamin E capsule and put it on the top. That's okay as a lubricant, but the molecules are a little bit too large, because what we intake, the gastric juices can break it down. So if you apply from the capsule, that is okay as a lubricant, but it will not get absorbed. But that is something that you can do. Aloe vera. If you have an aloe vera plant, let's say you're very chapped, you can have an aloe vera plant, take a little piece and apply onto your lips, because it's very healing, has an antiseptic and a very healing property. Coconut oil, a lot of people use coconut oil. It's a lot, and it is something that I like to cook with. If I feel that my lips are a little bit dehydrated, I might take a little bit and put it on my lips, but that is not the major habit of mine. I prefer to use a product that has actual benefits, and the one that I use is the NRF2 skincare, and I do have a link below, and I will show you now how I use this skincare. If you want the link of this skincare, please let me know below, and I will send you a link so you can look and read and do your research on this skincare. I know I do a lot of theory, but it needs to make sense before we do anything, that we just don't do exercise of the muscle or just doing pet massage, whatever. It has to make sense. So you've seen, some of you that have been following have seen this picture before. So you see the young skin, and of course the mature skin, and the destroyed or broken down fibers, the collagen fibers. So we need to stimulate these fibers and stimulate the whole skin as a whole. And then from there, we are going to look at this particular muscle, the muscle that's around the lips. That's one thing. And also this depressor labii, okay, inferior, because this is the muscle that causes the marionette lines. Okay, so now the first thing that I like to do is to apply a good NRF2 cream. A good NRF2 cream that I know for a fact that it works. You need to start with a clean skin. No foundation. I never wear foundation, but if you do, wash your skin and also have a clean hands. That's the first thing I apply. A good moisturizer will absorb quite quickly, so it's all absorbed. And for the next step, I like to use, my hands are, okay, with the moisturizer. Have an oil, and of course you can have a vitamin C oil. This is a hemp oil, okay? And you want to apply lightly throughout the skin, the neck. Never forget your neck. Okay. The reason why I like to apply a little bit of, you can see a little bit shiny, a little bit of an oil, is so I can start doing what I'm going to be teaching you. We want to bring blood to this area. And one of the things I like to use are these little doodads. A bigger one and a smaller one. These are like a little cup suctions, and this will bring blood to the area. Don't start spending a lot of money. I do have a link below of these ones here. They're not that expensive. And makes sense? You want to bring blood to the surface. Don't do it so much that you're gonna get a bruise. There's also larger ones, okay? Okay, so that you can bring blood to the surface. And of course, when I work in this area, I don't only work here. I like to also work on the nasolabial fold. And over here, I have actually one tutorial that specifically works on this area. Okay, so okay, you can use this larger one, and the link is below. And guess what I'm doing? I'm bringing, see how nice and pink I am. I'm bringing the blood to the surface because, let me get my notes here so you can see. All these fibers, especially in the area of the wrinkle here, it doesn't have the blood, the lymph into the area. So you want to bring it back to the area. That's one thing. Another thing that you want to do is and you've seen this before, micro stimulation. You can do the whole face. And what you're doing, you're making micro contractions of the muscle. And you're stimulating the collagen production. That's what we are trying to do. Another treatment that I encourage that you do this once a month or every 6 weeks for the collagen production is micro needling. Okay, and I usually do this every 6 weeks. This one here is 1 millimeter. You can start with 0.25, and the link below, there's one that has 0.25, 0.75, and 1 millimeter. So you can start with a 0.25. This is actually very good. It has to be done correctly. So please, please, please look at that tutorial that I mentioned. So before I do any form of exercising, I apply a good cream. I do my micro stimulation. Okay. I do, of course, a pétrissage de jaquette. Okay. Because this actually stimulates, okay, especially in the nasolabial. And these little guys are very good. So let's get started now with actual muscle contraction. I'm gonna work with the two depressor, the oris and the labii, which is one is here and one is here, because this is the one that causes the marionette line. So let me show you the picture again. So these two muscles here, of course it's all on this side too, but these two here, and you want, they're contracted, so that's why this is causing. So you want to start like this, okay? And you can do this anywhere you want, okay? And smile more, okay? Because this usually happens when you have tension and stress and it's coming down. Yeah, you don't want that. So you start this, and you can do this a couple times a day. But remember to put oil in that area and don't cause any tension and stress onto the skin. Okay. Another thing that I like to do is with clean hands, you want to go inside both sides and work also on this nasolabial fold. So, so you're massaging right in here and right up here. So you're working from the inside and also the outside. Very good. Nice and pink. So I am going to work in this area now, and again have to go inside guess what I'm doing? I'm stimulating not only the muscle, but also the collagen production. And I know it doesn't look very nice. I know it doesn't look very nice, but you're doing this in the privacy of your own home and your bathroom. Okay, you go into the bathroom and do this. So you start working in here, working in this area, and right in here. Okay, so now let's start with the actual muscle contraction. I have 4 different exercises. And they're all very good. You can do all 4 or one of them, but it's up to you because I'm contracting different areas of the muscle. When you do this one, you want to do an O with your lips, but be very careful that it's not a oo and that you're not causing like little lines. If I do oo, can you see all these little lines? You don't want that. It's more like, and you can see the contraction in this area, okay? And then you place your hands, you isolate the muscle. So I'm doing this. So I'm not only contracting here, I'm making a smile, okay? And I'm isolating the muscle. And you're going to exercise 15 to 30 times depending how much time you have. And then on the last one, you contract, you hold for a few seconds, up to 5 seconds if you can, and then you release all the carbon dioxide. What you're doing, you're bringing blood to that area. You're making the muscle burn, causing like little, you kind of, just like when you exercise, you're causing like a little breakage in the muscle so the muscle can build, repair and build, okay? So let's go again. Okay, so let's say I did 30, and then I breathe in. And then release. And then I'm going to be doing some lymph drainage to the lymph nodes and then all the way down. And do this a couple of times. So let me repeat it, okay? Hold. I did 30. Breathe in. Then lymph drainage to the ear and all the way down. That's a good one, very good one. This next exercise is the opposite of the one I just did. So the one I just did, as you notice, is exercising the muscle upwards, so you're smiling. This one here is the opposite, so you're contracting the other way. So instead of holding here, you're holding back here, so the skin and the muscles, and you're going to contract forward. You do 15 or 30, then you hold. Breathe in, and then release. That's a good one. So those are 2. The number 3 is you're doing a pout and you're going to put a little bit of pressure because these are all isometric exercises, okay, that you're putting pressure. You're either putting pressure towards it or you're isolating the muscle. So it is isometric exercising. So you pout and you put a little bit of pressure. So you go into this. No, ooh, yeah, oh. Breathe in. Hold and then release. The last one, you can put your 2 fingers in like this. I actually like this one here because you're exercising. If you notice my muscle contracting, breathe in, hold, and then release. Drink your water. this is one of the major secrets: water. This is a liter, and I usually drink 5 or 6 of these a day to keep my body healthy and lubricated from the inside. So if you have followed all the steps, step by step, that I've showed you, from the tapotment and the petrissage and the massaging of these muscles, the inferior muscles, so it prevents the marionette, you will not need any synthetic Botox or collagen injection or facelift. You will not need any of that. Remember to subscribe to be part of this channel, and don't forget my live webinars, and the link, the recording is below. I do enjoy doing these tutorials, and I really hope I see you next time. Take care.